Hi everyone, today we're going to take a closer look at my original German World War II M42 NCO Wehrmacht Field Blouse. So about a week ago I saw this beautiful tunic for sale and I really liked it, so I bought it and here it is. So it's the model M42 and it's in absolutely fantastic condition. Also, what I really like about this particular tunic is that it's not in mint condition, but in used condition. Let's take a look right here, for instance. You just see that it's been worn a lot and it's been repaired right there. Can you see that? And that's what I really like to see. Also right here, you can see these small holes. Nope, these are not mud holes. You can actually see it's been repaired right there. So that makes it even more special. It's in used condition, that's what I like. Also, if we take a look at the buttons, you can see that the green paint has been worn off. Still the original buttons. These ones right here are still in really good condition. You also probably wonder, why are these so worn and these ones are still really green? Well, that's because they of course would wear a belt, a leather belt, and they would go right there. So all the equipment would be right here, and that's why it's been worn off right here. This is the area that's most used. These right here are the holes for the belt hooks, and the belt would be right here and the belt buckle would be right there. So if you put a stick grenade right there, or have the ammo pouches and just the equipment that they were wearing and using it all the time, that's what you get. This is a really nice example of a combat worn field blouse. Let's take a closer look at the eagle. It's an M39 Bevo style eagle and it's been applied by machine. And also everything you see here was all World War II applied, so not post-war applied, all original. So it's a regular tunic and it was later upgraded to NCO, which is really cool. So this was applied later in the war and this indicates the NCO rank. So in this case the rank is going to be Feldwebel. The M42 Field Blouse was introduced in 1942 and it was the first field blouse with 4 unpleated front pockets. Let's take a look at the collar tabs here. As you can see, also machined soon. So you would have these in different colors and the color would identify the branch, but in this case we have the basic gray ones. So this could be everything. It really depends on what you have on here. So these would always be correct with every single branch. In this case, it's going to be infantry because you see it is white. But we could also change this to pink or red. Pink would be armored and red would be artillery and etc. etc. So that's nice if you have the basic ones. If you have a display and you do not want it to be infantry, you can just change it. But of course, we're just going to keep it like this. Also, I would never, ever change anything on an original tunic. Never do that. Never, ever remove anything from an original tunic. Just leave it the way it is. Don't mess with it. But wow, guys, take a look at this beautiful tunic. Can you imagine that so many years ago a German soldier was wearing this uniform? It's unbelievable, especially when you're reenacting, because there is almost no difference. The replica tunics that they make today are insane. They are really high quality. And you can just see if I lay this jacket right next to a replica, they look identical. It's unbelievable how nice they make these tunics, which is of course really scary at the same time. But for reenacting, it's really cool. And of course, I would never ever wear an original German uniform with reenacting. I know some people do it, but I would never do that. I would really hate myself forever if something would happen with it. I really hate it when original stuff get damaged. But again, if you think about it, that a German was walking around with this in World War II, it's just really crazy. By the way, this tunic is dated 1942, so it saw 3 years of war. It's a beautiful tunic. It's a great piece of history. And like I said before, just that it's been worn so much, that's making it really special for me. And oh, by the way, this right here is also interesting. This is for the Iron Cross 2nd class. So the owner of this jacket earned a Iron Cross. And right here you can see the loops for medals. You see it's a little bit dirty around that, so there was probably a pin right here. Maybe a wound badge or something like that. Or maybe a Infanteriesturmabzeichen. Let's take a look on the other side of the tunic. Here we go. Also in great condition. Let's take a look right here. Typical for German uniforms, the way this is sewn like that. Now it's time to take a look on the inside of the tunic, so let me unbutton this real quick. There we go. And by the way, if you're wondering, this is German split-it-down camouflage. It's a German Zeltbahn, or a half tent. So the background is historically correct. Let's take a closer look. Here you can see for the Iron Cross second class, the way that has been sewn, really simple. Just by the soldier himself. See that? So that's also interesting to see. And right here, you can definitely see that it's been worn. And again, right there, see that? And right here on the left, we have a stamp. You have the size of the jacket and the date 1942 right there. Right here we have another stamp. It's pretty hard to read. And I have to say the quality of these uniforms are insane. This is so soft and comfortable. Also this is interesting. This small pocket. This is standard for the German uniforms. This is actually for bandage. And has a pretty interesting looking button right there. Here you can see for the belt hooks again, for the equipment, also right there. It's also really cool that you can still see where the hook was right there. You can see it's a little bit deformed because of the heavy equipment. But again, I'm really amazed by the condition of this tunic, the color and everything. It's like it was back then. It's insane, and it still is in great condition. Such an amazing piece of history. And I'm gonna do something right now, something that I always do with original uniforms. I only do this when it's possible and there is no risk of damage. But I'm actually gonna put this on and make a picture in an original uniform. Alright guys, so I just made a couple portrait pictures in an original German World War II uniform. The helmet that I'm wearing is original, the tunic is completely original. But it's crazy, this is all original. The belt buckle, everything. It's just really cool to have a picture in an original uniform, and this way I can compare what it's like to wear an original and a replica, and I can say it's just the same. Also, of course, I had to shave myself completely because it's a portrait picture. That's why my mustache is gone for now. But again, everything you're seeing right here is all original, and it's just a really cool experience, I have to say. This is a really clean, mint condition helmet, as you can see right now. But if we want to have a more combat look, we can do this, and we just change to a chicken wire basket Normandy camouflage helmet. This is what it felt like. Most of the times they were just wearing this wool, and even in the summer it's extremely hot. And I've experienced that myself with reenactments. Wearing this in the summer it's really hot, but in the winter it's really nice. Alright, finally, after quite a bit of work, my new display is ready. So I obviously had to change a few things. Some stuff that was over here is now there, and stuff that was over there is now here, and blah blah blah, everything has changed. Let's take a look at our new soldier. Also, I forgot to mention, it's an M42 tunic. This is actually the type M36, which is really cool because normally they would be like this. The color would normally be like this. This is an M40, but it would be this color, not dark green. Right here we can see this is an M36 and has the dark color. So he was like, I like dark more. So he just went to the tailor and changed it to the dark model, which of course makes it a lot more personal and is way cooler. With German uniforms, I just really like the dark shoulder boards and the dark color. I gave him the Mauser K98K. It's an original Mauser from 1939. His hands look really realistic. If you touch it, it feels cold. It feels like you're touching a dead person, which is actually pretty scary. Original belt, original buckle, original Mauser K98K ammo pouches, original Y-strap in mint condition. Really nice. I did not put all the equipment on him because they weren't always wearing every single thing. He, by the way, is wearing a lot more. As you can see, he has a flashlight, pouches, backpack, M31 Kochgeschirr, gas mask canister, field bottle, M31 bread bag. This is for the moths. Bayonet, M42 helmet, and a gas mask. Also, I've just put the PPSH right here. I think it looks cool. Gives it a little bit of a 1945 look, like the Germans surrendered and stuff, and they were just throwing all the stuff in the pile. It's like Berlin 1945. Let's get back to this guy. I gave him an M35 camouflage helmet with a half basket chicken wire. For the people wondering why there is chicken wire on the helmet, that's actually for camouflage, to put branches and leaves between it, just like the nets that they have on the helmets. I gave him this. A lot of times they ripped apart parachutes and use it as a scarf. I also gave him an original wound badge in silver. So that's it for now. This is what he looks like. And I have to say I'm really happy with the result. It's just a beautiful piece of history. And I have to say, when you walk in here, when it's dark, it looks pretty scary. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like the video, please leave a like and a comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.